Previously on One of Us.
We're gonna go see something especially spooky.
Travel off into our own black holes, but I'll meet you back here in March.
I'll see you then, Chris. I love you,
Okay.
best friend.
I love you, best friend. Goodbye for now.
We love you so much. You are absolutely and always and forever one of us.
Yeah, now we're gonna leave you in here to rejoin your time loop.
Yeah, I wanted you to meet me here because I heard this is the best Harvest Festival corn maze haunted legend place in Wisconsin.
Don't forget.
Where's your playlist taking you? Down the highway? To the mountains? Or just into daydream mode while you're stuck in traffic? With over 4,000 hotels worldwide, Best Western is there to help you make the most of your getaway, wherever that is. Because the only thing better than a great playlist is a great trip. Life's the trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
Hello, my little love bug.
Hello, my little sesame seed.
Welcome to One of Us. I'm Chris Renfro.
And I'm Finn Argus. Definitely Finn Argus.
And we're two platonic lovers journeying throughout the universe to...
Wait a second.
What?
You sound different.
No, I don't. I sound the same. See? Look, I'm playing a banjo and singing you a song.
Okay, we're two platonic lovers journeying throughout the universe to find recruits for our best friend force.
Best friend force.
Take the next one.
Oh,
Wait a
I know
second.
the next part. Hold on. No,
Wait. Huh.
No.
Wait.
It's me, Finn. I know what's happening now. You can tell that I'm Finn because I'm a gazelle running through a forest of trees, and there
tracks.
are birds landing on my graceful neck and singing me songs in my ear. You just have
that
to.
is a Finn thing to do.
I'm so overwhelmed by being in this forest because I am a tree that I would need a refresher on the next thing that I always say every episode.
Every week we're hopping in our rocket ship and headed to a new far-flung destination, like the inside of Patti LuPone's gorgeous little throat. Or...
like the inside of Patti LuPone's gorgeous little toenails.
Or the inside of Patti LuPone's gorgeous little anus hole.
Yay.
Yay! Wait a second, you're not Finn at all.
What are you talking about? Of course I am. It's me, Kids Bop star Finn Argus, and your best friend.
How are you? How are you, darling?
I'm pretty good. Actually, I think I'm cautiously optimistic. How about yourself?
I'm confused on where the hell we are right now.
Oh,
Because this doesn't look like my ship.
No.
And you don't look like my tiny little quarter-sized diva. In fact, you have really big arms and a chest and ass for days.
Oh, wow.
You look very familiar.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. It's me, Finn Scott Argus Montgomery. That's me.
Finn's middle name is James. Let me take this bag over your head off. Matthew!
Oh, hi. Oh, you caught me. You caught me. Darren Mitt. What gave me away?
Matthew Scott Montgomery, what are you doing here?
Listen, I'm here under decree of Finn Argus to be the second in command for this week.
Holy cow.
I know. There was a decree and everything.
I never read those memos.
Well, there you go. Here, let me take my big long arms and my chest and my fat ass and give you the biggest hug of all time. Oh no, I broke something. Oh no, a little crack.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay,
you broke
good.
my arm back into place.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great.
Yeah, I think I was dropped from our ship down here into the hayfields, which we met last time.
Yeah, I've just been like hanging out here and just honestly just like waiting. You know what I mean? I've been counting the straws of hay. So far, there are 780,000, 4,600, 4,000 of them.
Wow, 786,000, 4,000, 7,000, and 4,000 of them.
Yes, the good news is I haven't lost my mind from hunger and thirst. By the way, your mustache looks so tasty.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You don't even have to ask if you want to suckle off of them.
Oh, I think off of them.
Off of them, yeah.
I love it.
Lefty and the other one.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, mustache, they, them. Okay. I love
How
it.
are
Yeah,
you?
let me suckle.
It's your absolute freaking birthday today.
It's actually literally my birthday today. Yeah.
Oh my forking gourd!
Yeah,
I
is that
love
crazy?
you. Happy birthday
Oh.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Matthew Scott Montgomery.
Not fair.
Happy birthday to you.
Wait, I love that. Oh my God, is that your Louis Armstrong? That's the we've been friends a while, and that's the first time I'm hearing that particular voice. So thank you for this gift and this present. I appreciate it so much.
It seems like every once in a while I'll come out with a new sound, and you and Finn will be like, "Where the fuck did that come from?"
I don't know. But that's what's so thrilling about being friends with you, Chris. It's always a surprise. I'm so glad you found me. I've been here for so long.
I know. I've missed you so much. I've been, I would say, too codependent with Finn.
Oh, yeah?
For far too long. And I love them. I appreciate them for all that they are and that they do. But I'm sick and tired of them, and I need a break.
Yeah, forget them. By the way, I'm literally going to their house later tonight once they're back in town for my actual birthday. So it's funny that I get to spend my birthday with both of you at different points.
Isn't it funny how, despite the way that space and time works, we will always see each other every day?
Yes, that is true. Yes, spiritually, we are always together. And
Yeah. You're one of the friends who we have conversations all the time, so seemingly that like maybe our entire friendship is one long conversation that has never ended. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. In fact, I was reflecting on this yesterday because I was so excited to be here. By the way, thank you so much for having me. This is my favorite experience. I love it. I'm so thrilled to be here, especially on my birthday. But I was thinking, with Chris's and my friendship, it's like we have so many. You fulfill so many like needs in my life in a way where it's like, just so everyone who's listening knows, it's like Chris and I communicate through fucked up memes. We communicate through puppy pictures. We communicate through talking about drag. We communicate with, this is a video of my naked hard penis. Is this okay? We communicate through career advice. I text your mom more than you do.
That's literally true. My mom will text me. I'll talk to my mom about something like going on in our friend group, and she's like, "Yeah, Matthew told me." I was like, "What?"
I spent Christmas. I was like, Chris, I have nowhere to be on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and I was with you this past Christmas. Also, I think we saw each other in person every single day in December of 2024.
We did.
It's wild. And
up until the day that I left. Yeah.
For a few different reasons. Like, we were working together on a couple things. Also, we're friends and like to hang out. And then also, like, I was orphaned. And then, like, it was a great month, actually.
It was nice. We already see each other a lot, but that month in particular, it was like, in the mornings we'd be rehearsing for something, and then we'd go off to our own lunch and see each other in the afternoon, and then the evening would come around and we'd be like, "Do you want to hang out?"
Yeah. It's true. That's the truth. But I was also thinking, last year on my birthday at midnight, I was at your place, and we had, I think you were putting me on tape for an audition or something, and then like we had tacos at midnight. I remember that last year.
Oh yeah, that is right.
And it just kind of worked out that way. It wasn't even necessarily like, oh, it's my birthday at midnight, I'm coming over. It's like, I need help with this thing. Why don't you just stay till it's midnight and then we can have wine and tacos? And we did.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that was a year ago.
Apparently. Yeah.
Whoa. That's
Yeah.
wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
in my head, that was not so long ago.
No, it's funny how like that seems like just yesterday, but like 2 weeks ago in January 2025, it seems like it was 100 years ago.
Yeah, so much has happened. Much has happened.
Like what? Yeah.
How are you actually? How's your mind? How's your body? How's your spirit? How's your heart?
Okay, wait. I kind of want to answer all of those. Wait, what were they again?
How's your mind? How's your body?
How's your mind?
Spirit? How's
Okay.
your heart?
Okay, great. My mind is good. It's the birthday. It's like mental gymnastics sometimes, where it's like, I feel like there's a lot of pressure sometimes to be like having the best birthday of all time. And if you're not having the greatest day you've ever had in your life, it's like a total failure. And so I think I'm doing a really good job of letting that go, and frankly, already having a really great day. So mentally, I'm good. Mentally, I'm much better than I was a year ago. What was the next one? My whole heart.
How's your mind? How's your body? How's your spirit? How's your whole heart?
Body's good. Body is, it's close to being the best it's ever been, which is nice.
Your body be banging right now.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
For real, it always is.
This is another thing we connect on, because I like ask you for gym advice, and then you're like my unsung gym partner, I feel like. You know?
That's something that you, Elia, and I do. Like, I share that connection with Elia too.
Same. I have that's what.
Oh, great. So we should just be on a group chat.
We should Ellie and I text each other every day. Should I take a nap or do I go to the gym? And we always say go to the gym. And then we like, while we're at the gym, we send selfies, and then we like to share what we're doing and like that kind of thing. Yeah, you're totally left out of that. So we'll include you in but like,
add another group chat to our friend group.
Because you and I are in 3 different group chat, 4.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, what is the difference between any
What
of
is the
them?
difference? What is the difference?
Like,
between
the physical makeup of all of them are virtually the same.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you, me, and Finn are in a few, and then, yeah. It's so funny. We have one called Witch Sisters and one called Femme Fun, and they're essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
They really are. Okay, so yeah, body's good. Body by Chris and Elia is good. And then heart is good. Yeah, like heart and whole are both good. Yeah, it's all How are you doing?
I'm good. I decided to like finally go out last night.
Okay, how was that?
Bad. I don't need to do it again.
Okay.
No, it was fine. It was fine. I just like I don't traditionally like drink or party or whatever.
Yeah.
Anymore. It's been like years since that was in me.
Yeah.
And I think very much like the gym, it is its own sort of muscle, you know? And
sure.
So I was out Erica and former current Force member Aaron had some wine and candy at my place last night, and that was really, really nice. But people from the show were also just like, hey, let's not go out. We haven't done that. And so I was like, okay, I'll come out. So I was out until like 2, which is like, that's a normal time. That's a normal time, right?
Yeah.
But I get home and I'm like the most exhausted I've ever been. The room is spinning. I've had 3 drinks the whole night, and I'm like,
oh my
what's
gosh.
going on? I'm 33 is what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't I've never done the like out in New York thing really. I've never.
Me neither. Like I like small doses here and there, but
honestly, after your opening night was the most I've ever like gone out in New York socially, frankly.
Yeah.
Do you remember that night?
Kinda.
Yeah. Here's a refresher. You had a great time.
I went hard that night, but despite all that, I woke up feeling so refreshed the next day.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I guess that Broadway will do it to you.
Yeah. It was the best night of my life.
Honestly, same. Yeah, that was like the best week of our lives, I think.
It was fucking incredible.
So far.
So far.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
9/11 European Boogaloo.
No, not 9112.
9112.
Your favorite.
This MailChimp-verific jingle is brought to you by MailChimp.
MailChimp, your marketing with AI and more. Advanced automations to connect to your store. MailChimp, your marketing and boost your clicks. Multi-channel campaigns now with SMS. That's lit.
MailChimp your marketing today with the #1 AI-powered email marketing and automation platform, Intuit MailChimp. #1 based on publicly available data on competitors' customers. Plans vary. SMS available as add-on. Visit MailChimp.com.
Hi, here's your report.
Thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire a whole team of yous.
Try posting a job on LinkedIn. It's the world's largest professional network. Unlike resumes, LinkedIn gives a real-time view into a candidate's skills, experiences, and more.
Let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Find your perfect match with LinkedIn. Post your free job at linkedin.com/achieve. That's linkedin.com/achieve. Terms and conditions apply.
Matthew Scott Montgomery.
Yes.
What Kool-Aid are you drinking? What are you obsessed with these days?
What am I obsessed with these days? That is a very good question. Oh, okay. So last time I was on here, what I've been told by my friend Tona is that I foster tradition. And
that is true.
Yeah, I've never heard that articulated before, but I guess it is true. Because I'm mentally ill, like I need things planned out to look forward to. And so we joked about this with Finn too, but I fall apart during January through June because I don't know what to do because June, it's summer, Halloween, then I'm a holiday person. I'm so motivated by holidays, as you know. And so when January, February rolls around, I'm just terribly confused of how to function. And so what I have found, I need I can't have silence, you know this. So I just put everything on. So what I've been doing lately is it's been rainy here in LA. And so I've been watching these 3 episodes of 90s television that are rain themed.
Okay.
And one is, these are deep cuts, and I'm a 90s baby, so one is two episodes of Goosebumps. One is You Can't Scare Me, which is a mud monster episode of Goosebumps where this it rains in town and there's a mud monster that attacks these kids. One kid's name is Hat because he wears a hat a lot. Yep. His name is Hat because he wears a hat in the show. Yep. And the other one is I wish I need to show this to you. Go Eat Worms is this other episode about this kid who's obsessed with worms, and he starts torturing them just to see if he can get away with it because he's worms don't have any feelings, and he but then the worms fight back and follow him to school and show up in his lunch and his locker and in his bed, and then this giant worm drags him underground and he has to fight off the worms or whatever. And then he learns his lesson. And at the end, he's worms are stupid. I'm obsessed with fish now. But then fish, there's this sequence where he's torturing fish at the end. And he is at this dock at this lake, and he is fish are so stupid. And he's talking to his friend. He's fish are dumb and they don't feel anything. And he's wait, where did this sandwich come from? And he picks up this sandwich.
And there's a full fish in there?
No, there's a hook in the sandwich, and it catches him in the mouth and pulls him into the water. And these fish have baited him and bring him into the water and drown him at the end of the episode. Anyway, so I've been watching that to make myself feel better. And then there's this cartoon in the 90s based off of Tales from the Crypt called Tales from the Crypt Keeper. And it was an animated show. Also, remember when I made your family watch Tales from the Crypt on Christmas Day? That happened. It went over very well. It was great.
Well, yeah, it was our comfort show growing up.
Yeah, and so there's a cartoon version, and there's this episode called The Weeping Woman, and it's these 2 girls who are on a road trip. They're it's a cartoon, but they're 16 and they can barely drive. Usually they're 10 on that show, but they're 16, and they get
That's so funny to be usually I'm 10, but today I'm 16.
They are on a road trip and it rains and their car breaks down and they have to stay at this like broken down old hotel like near this like stormy beach. And while they're there, they like there's a woman who's haunting the hotel who's just like screaming and crying. It's like this banshee woman that just like cries and screams. And it like they end up finding out that like the hotel was made from pieces of a ship that had crashed. And when the ship crashed, it killed this woman and separated her from her daughter. And she's like crying and screaming because she misses her daughter. So they like find the ghost of the daughter in town and like reunite the weeping woman with her like little daughter. And it's like, if I'm tired enough when I'm watching it, I'll cry. And so it's a very rainy episode of TV. So I've just had those three things on loop for the last week. Like anytime I walk in my room, I'm like, oh, wait, this is weird. Oh, what? Oh, it's silence. I need to fill the silence. I just like put one of those 3 episodes of TV on. That's what the Kool-Aid I've been drinking.
Holy cow. How long are you going to have this on loop, you think? Just until it's done raining?
I have Valentine's Day stuff, so it will transition.
Yeah, so you got a couple more days of this. Can I,
Yes.
in a really sick and twisted way, move the conversation back to Hat for one moment?
Yes, of course.
I've really been ruminating on Hat.
Yeah, Hat and
Love
Eddie are the 2 leads of that episode.
Well, yeah, why is he named Eddie? Because he's wearing Eddie?
Yeah, because he wears Eddie on his head for the whole episode.
Okay, obsessed with that idea that you're like just named by whatever you're wearing, because I'd be named No Condom.
Yeah. No, you'd be like Square Cut Tank.
Yeah, I guess I would. Yeah, To Exist.
You know?
Shout out to Exist. We're not sponsored, but we could be.
Yeah. The You Can't Scare Me episodes, we're just talking about Goosebumps now. They're based off of books, and in the book of You Can't Scare Me, the whole gag is Hat and Eddie are trying to scare Courtney, but like Courtney's like the Regina George Queen Bee, more Rachel Berry than Regina George. That's a Glee reference for you, Chris. And she's like,
girl, you know I was obsessed with Glee.
Well, sometimes I don't know whether you know things or not. And that's fair, right?
That's fair.
Right?
That's so fair.
Okay, thanks. Like we'll be on one of our text threads and I'll be like saying something and Finn will be like, girl, they don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, oh, sorry. But in You Can't Scare Me, they're trying to scare Courtney and there's like no way to scare her. And there's a sequence in the book where they like try to scare her with bees. Like they try to like release these bees to like come like towards Courtney or whatever. And Courtney catches one of the bees with her hand and throws it back at Hat and Eddie, and they get attacked by bees. And it's like this famous Goosebumps scene because it's the bee throwing scene. Because like, how is your ass gonna, first of all, capture a bee with your hand and then throw it like it's a throwable thing that's gonna hit you? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Courtney did not get, they try to scare her with spiders, they try to scare her with the legend of Muddy Creek Mud Monsters, and none of it works, like the whole episode. But there's no bee throwing in the television episode, just in the book. But I just wanted to point that out and give a shout out to bee throwing.
Throwing bees is so cunty. Like, that is next level.
Yeah, Courtney's kind of everything. Yeah.
Thinking like the aerodynamics of it all, like the strength behind that elbow.
No, it's also like a chapter break too, where it's like, and then Courtney caught the bee and then threw it at them! Exclamation point. And it's like, and it's like chapter 8. Yes.
That's like, the cliffhanger.
Yes. Anyway, what Kool-Aid are you drinking?
Yeah.
I'm really into bee throwing right now. I just can't stop throwing bees.
I guess mine is far less interesting than bee throwing. I don't really know how I'm gonna top bee throwing.
Chris, is it interesting? Is it?
I guess like the only thing that I'm doing that's like interesting are 2 things. I'm seeing a lot of Broadway shows because I'm here.
Love that. Yeah.
I've seen, and let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other shows in addition to Oh Mary.
Okay. Yeah.
And
I love your Playbill collection. It's so cute.
Yeah, the shows are Drag the Musical, Aladdin, Sunset, Death Becomes Her, English, and The Outsiders.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just like so fun being here and getting to soak that all in.
Yeah.
We don't have a ton of theater available and so concentrated in LA. Sorry to ruin, spoiler alert for anyone thinking about LA.
Yeah.
So it's nice to revisit my roots as a theater freak.
Yeah. I have your signed playbill. I have a Wicked signed playbill in yours that are right over here. And then I kept my English playbill for some reason. I just like the colors on the front.
I keep every playbill from every show I've ever seen. I have every movie
that.
stub and every playbill from everything I've ever seen.
Movie stub?
From every movie I've seen since I was 13 years old.
How, didn't they still do movie stubs?
Not always, because we're AMC A-list members. That's right, we're rich. But I save those digitally, and I'm going to print them out one day.
Okay. I roll back the shade that I'm giving you for that because I'm now realizing as a kid in my little wallet, I kept a ticket stub. I don't remember what movie it was for, to be frank, but like I used to spend Christmas in New York City every holiday season, and we would go to the AMC on 42nd Street, and there was like the little, I think I told you this last time I was there, there's like a little terrace there called El-Tinged Terrace that if you like are at a certain level, there's like a lobby upstairs in the theater, and you can go out and it kind of look out all over New York, and it's really pretty. And I would always want to see a movie there on Christmas Eve because you could go at El-Tinged Terrace and see if it was snowing and look at New York. And I would keep my little El-Tinged Terrace's ticket stubs in my wallet, I'm now remembering.
That's cute.
Because I grew up in North Carolina mostly, but I like fantasized about living in New York. And so like I kept a little piece of New York with me when I went back down south. And I was like keeping my little, I was like, I'm carrying a piece of El-Tinged Terrace with me when I go back to North Carolina. Because I'm like, this is who I really am. New York, a slice of New York with me. Like, you're with me, El-Tinged Terrace. You're staying in my movies in the theater town. That's me. That's the real me. So I just remembering I used to keep those with me at all times.
And your parents didn't know you were gay?
I'm
like
sure
I was
they
a
did.
surprise when that happened.
We just didn't speak about it.
That was like shocking to them.
Yes, it was a real El-Tinged Terrace.
There were also two of you.
That's true. Two of us. Yeah. Not one of us, two of us.
Whoa, one of us meets two of us.
Whoa.
Yeah, Matthew Scott has a identical twin brother.
It's true.
Shocking, huh?
Yeah, so I'm Mary Kate and he's Ashley. That's always what was said because it was Matthew Scott and Daniel, so it was Mary Kate and Ashley.
Oh, okay, cute.
Stars of New York Minute, bringing it back to New York.
Have you ever met them? You feel like someone that I know that would have met them. I
have not met them, which it does seem strange. But like they were a hot topic of conversation at dinner last night. We had a little B-Day dinner, and we were all, this is such an actor thing. We were all like talking about how we pose. We took a picture last night and it turned into a conversation about like, if you're ever on a carpet or whatever, what do you do and what face do you make and what pose do you make? And so we kind of like went around the table and showing each other like what faces we make in a way.
It's crazy. I just got stressed right now and I'm like, wait, I'm not on one.
Well, I was like, I've always learned the Mary Kate and Ashley trick is because what you do when you're on a carpet or taking a picture is you say the word prune because it gives you like duck lips, like a model face kind of. And so like you silently, secretly say to yourself, prune. And so we all went around the table to do our prune faces for each other. And honestly, we look slay and it looks really good in the carpet. It does. See, look, everyone who's listening right now, go in the mirror right now and prune yourself.
Yeah, don't bother pulling over on the highway.
No, yeah.
Prune, baby, prune.
Yeah, do you want to make it in this town or not? Yeah, so we also like, I remember there was this Mary Kate and Ashley article in some magazine growing up where they were like asking them a bunch of like random questions, like we do on my podcast here with you, where it's like, you know, what Kool-Aid you're drinking. It was like, what's your celebrity crush? What's your pet peeve? And Mary Kate Olsen's pet peeve was banana noise.
What the fuck are you talking about? I love that.
That's when people are eating bananas and the noise that their mouth makes when they're specifically eating bananas. Yes. So your two takeaways are I am Mary Kate Olsen and don't forget to prune and no banana noise.
Okay, here's a question for you. When you chew a banana, when you masticate a banana, and let's say that you masticate it well, is it a liquid or is it a solid?
It's a solid, right?
Well, here's the thing. You know asphalt?
I do know asphalt.
You're familiar with that?
I'm familiar with that.
Technically a liquid.
Oh, God, yeah. I just dropped an octave. Wow.
Oh, God, yeah.
Whoa, okay. Okay, super bass. I'm impressed. It turns into a character thing for me. I can't like drop all the way down.
Yeah, that was Batman adjacent for sure.
Oh my gosh, it's funny you say that because I had an ex who would only call me Batman because he hated the name Matthew, like didn't want to call me Matthew. And
why were you with this person?
I know. And in the mornings my voice was so
I love
deep.
you, but I hate your name. Fuck off.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want to say it. And so like when we spent the night for the first time, my voice was so deep in the morning. He was like, you sound like Batman. That's what I'm going to call you, Batman. And we would like call each other Batman and Robin. And these were dark days. Yeah. And isn't that funny? I mean, I guess it's not.
It's not.
I should have.
It's not. That's horrible, Matthew.
I should have banana noised him to death for saying that shit. Yeah.
God, that's demented. I'm trying to think if I have ever been treated really weirdly by an ex.
Oh, well, yeah. Right? Also, I really like your name, and I feel like it matches you. Sometimes people's names like don't match people, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Chris feels good. If you had to name yourself, what would your name be?
When I was growing up, I had like a phase where I wanted to be called either Adam or Owen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there say more? Is there reasoning behind that, or you just
not at all. I just like liked those names.
Adam and Owen.
Yeah.
I'm down. I think those are sexy and cool.
Yeah, and then there was a little like a short period of time where I was like, what if my stage name were Calvin, which is the first letter of my first name, first two letters of my middle name, and first three letters of my last name. If it was just like a monogram or
so you're like
whatever,
one word, like Madonna, Cher, Calvin.
Calvin, yeah.
I love you so much, and I support whatever you decide. There's some names that are easier to say than others.
If you had a different name, what would it be?
I don't know. There was one time in second grade where our teacher, for some reason, was like, "Everyone gets a nickname. Who wants a nickname?" And we were like,
"Oh, she was hung over that day."
We were pressured. Yes, we were pressured to come up with nicknames for school that day, and
for yourselves.
Yes.
Okay.
And like, you're right, Chris, because in retrospect, it was just to keep us busy. We had to like create nicknames and make little name tags and draw on it and put it in the front of our desks. And I was so stressed out thinking of what my nickname or new name could be. And I was trying to think of like a plays off of Matthew or Matthew Scott. And what came out was Huey. So like, I know Calvin. So my little nickname was Huey, and I remember like drawing a little picture, and I was like, I'm Huey now, and like everyone's calling me Huey, and all of us like call each other by our nicknames for the day, and then the next day it's like it never happened. So like I was Huey for a day, and then that was it.
Whoa, Huey and Calvin's Big Adventure in the City. 9/11 Part 2, European Boogaloo.
Wait, no, I'm liking Calvin now. Oh no, I think I like it now.
Oh, that's the thing. No. You hate it at first. Everyone hates it at first, including myself. Ooh, gross, what is that? And then you say it 3 times, and you're like, well,
Calvin.
Okay,
oh no, I like it now.
There's something about it. Mm-hmm.
It sounds like an acronym for something. It sounds like it's an acronym for...
Yeah, coagulated artery ligulal reinforced enterotropic nudists.
Are you a member of Calvin? Yes. You gotta show your Calvin card. You know what? I've said it a couple times and I don't like it again. No, I don't like it. XOXO Huey.
So XO.
Those are hard names to say. I don't even remember that teacher's name. Oh, that was a teacher. She got married twice during the year, so she had 3 different names.
In the same year?
Yes, it was.
Oh.
And they were all S names. It was like Mrs. Saar, Saar. Then she got divorced and it was Mrs. Sheehan. And then she got married again and it was like Mrs. Smith or something like that. Yeah, all in one year.
She really spanned the globe with those names. Sar, she, and Smith.
I remember all that stuff so well. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that funny? Sar, Sheen, and Smith. XOXO Huey. Yeah.
What was your favorite teacher or most impactful teacher?
There really are none.
Okay.
I have a story and a thought though. No, I mean I was treated pretty poorly by teachers growing up, and I mostly went to a private Christian school, and so I had a really negative experience with a lot of my teachers. But there was one where I didn't pay her any mind. I didn't even give her any thought the whole school year. Her name was Mrs. Dean. And on the last day of exams, she was my English teacher. On the last day of exams, she pulled me into the classroom. Was like, "Do you mind staying for a minute?" I was like, "Okay." And she was like, "Have you ever seen the show Will and Grace?" And I was like, "Yes." Because if you know this, but like as a kid, I would secretly tape Will and Grace, and I would
perform the scene.
I would perform it with myself in the mirror growing up. I would prune myself in the mirror with Will and Grace, and but I didn't tell anyone. I would just like secretly watch it and memorize it, and just like try to do all the things that Sean Hayes would do, or Megan Mullally or whatever. Anyway, Mrs. Dean was like, "Do you know Will and Grace?" And I was like, "Yes." And she goes, "You remind me of Jack from Will and Grace." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, Mrs. Dean." She was like, "You know what? I think you should move to LA, and I think you'd be a star." And I remember that being the very first time anyone had ever told me anything like that. It was one of the first times I was what I consider publicly acknowledged for being gay, and it was a good thing. In fact, it's the first thing I can remember of that. And the first time anyone had ever said, like, you could make it, or you could be a star, I just felt very, very seen. But what the gag is, I don't remember her the whole school year. It was like she had waited until we knew class was done. And I kind of think it was like, it's a private Christian school, so we can't talk about Will and Grace. But she was like, "He's not my student anymore. Now I can tell him he's like Jack from Will and Grace, and you can move to LA and be a star." And I remember thinking like, "Oh, I love you, Mrs. Dean. You were my favorite English teacher." And I have no other memories of her whatsoever. Like, I don't even remember like being in her class essentially, but like, that's what comes to mind. Yeah.
Okay. Well then, one, that's really lovely, and a gift that has stuck with you. Just like,
yeah,
just being like, "Hey, I see you," in this like secret little way.
Yeah.
On the inverse, and then I'll go, who was your worst teacher?
Oh God. What can I say on air?
You say whatever the fuck you want, baby.
That's true. We had so many awful teachers because homophobia and all that stuff. But we had this one teacher who I'm just not gonna say her. I've gotten in legal trouble before, you know this, so I'm just not gonna say her name. But we had this teacher who is, in retrospect, she was our Bible teacher. So I had Bible class, like, right?
In retrospect, she was my Bible teacher. You know what? Now that I think about it, Diva was giving verse.
And that was her. That's it. She
was giving prophet of the Lord.
What I was gonna say. She was 23. I remember this. She was super young. And at the time, when you're like 15 or 16, whatever, 23 seems like 100 years old. And now it seems like, oh my God, I can't believe there's this 23-year-old teaching Bible to this classroom of whatever. And she thought Harry Potter was super evil. And any talk of Harry Potter was like banned in our class, and like you couldn't bring it up. And she said Harry Potter was evil because one time, out of curiosity, she had picked up a Harry Potter book and it was reading it. And that night at 3 a.m. in her house, all the cabinets came open in her kitchen, and she had a cross on the wall that flipped upside down, and that she knew she had let Satan in because she had read one of the Harry Potter books, and it was demonic and dark-sided, like literally saying all these things. And we would make fun of her at school because we're like, that's ridiculous. And so like after class,
ridiculous.
No, don't let the devil in, Calvin. And so there was this thing at school where it was like Bible drill or Bible trivia, where all the teachers had to get up on stage and they were asked Bible trivia, and like they had to like hit a buzzer and answer Bible questions as fast as possible. And we really wanted Harry Potter teacher to lose. Like we like really didn't like her. And like we were like, and so anytime she got like a Bible trivia question wrong, we would like scream in the gymnatorium and like yell and like boo her. And like it was this rowdy thing happening at school, like Bible drill with the teachers. And one time she got a Bible question wrong, like I don't know, like what's Leviticus 15:22, and she's like, you know, thou shalt stone all women and not eat shrimp. And she like got it wrong or whatever it was. And it was like, "Brr, I'm sorry, Mrs. Teacher, that's wrong." And for some reason, the group that I was with, we just started saying this phrase, screaming at her. We're like, "Yeah, take that, Mrs. Blank. Take it to your grave. Take it to your watery grave." And for some reason, we would yell that like as much as possible. And to this day, that's an inside joke where take it to your grave, take it to your watery grave. And then it turned into take it to your gin-soaked grave. I don't know why we said that. We had to like make our own fun, but she was probably my least favorite teacher. And I don't even know, she's probably dead. She's probably in her watery gin-soaked grave.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was my least favorite.
You know what is so funny? Like
What?
I'm sure there's so much context to this, and like living, like being there every day with a teacher under her thumb, it like really like gives the full context. But you gave none of that. You really gave no context to how evil she was. You just said that she didn't like Harry Potter, and you're like, "Go die in your gin-soaked grave, you stupid bitch." You actually skipped over a lot of context, Matthew.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's a good. Thank you for keep holding me accountable for that. Yeah. I could insert a bunch of things here that would make her deserve that jeering. And whatever you come up with in your head, thinking of in a 2010s private Christian school, what was said in the classroom, it was definitely said multiple times. In fact, one time
she said, "My favorite character is Cho Chang. I love to say the name."
She wouldn't dare. No, not Mrs. Blank. Yeah, I think about her sometimes. She would also like get really nervous in class and would get like really red and splotchy when we would like question her on things. We'd like raise our hands and be like, "But wait a second, that's not true, or that doesn't line up." And she would get really upset and would like kind of like shake and like turn red and like make us, if we ever questioned her, like make us leave the room, like would send us to the principal's office. And at one point, this one guy, Paul, raised his hand and was like, "You can't just send me to the principal's office because I'm asking a question about the Bible." And he refused to leave the classroom. Like he refused to leave, and the principal had to come in. It was this whole thing. And like, it was like drama, but she just like couldn't handle a single question in Bible class and got very, very, very upset. And also one day she didn't come to class because she had strep toe.
Babe, what do you mean strep toe?
We had a substitute teacher and we're like, "Sorry, Mrs. Blank is sick. She has strep toe." And if you Google it, strep toe is actually a thing.
No. Okay. What?
Yeah. Actually, I wrote that into something. Oh, the movie, The Howdy Neighbor, the movie I wrote that's coming out at some point. I have a monologue about strep toe in it, actually. That was inspiration from her.
Yeah, you can get strep on your foot from Group B, Streptococcus, GBS, or Group A, GAS.
Did you say bee throwing? What did you say?
Yeah. Can cause foot infections in people with diabetes or compromised immune systems, can lead to severe tissue damage, septicemia, and amputation. Infections and diabetic foot ulcers are becoming more common.
Beware.
Okay. Strep toe.
Yeah. Get yourself checked.
Flex your business with an American Express Business Gold Card. You'll earn 4 times membership rewards points on your top 2 eligible spending categories, like transit and electronics, each month, on up to $150K in combined purchases per year. Plus, you can now earn 3 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold, built for business by American Express.
You know me, I have all these wild stories about random teachers. And I told you about my the SAT tutor I had. Remember that story?
With the "don't go upstairs, it's forbidden" war.
Yeah. Aren't
Yeah,
you?
I love-
anyone who's listening. Aren't you wondering what that story is? Anyway, Chris, what about yours?
Okay, I'll say my favorite teacher. My most impactful teacher was fourth grade, Mr. Swift, and up till I had just famously matriculated up from the third grade, which comes right before the fourth grade. And my third grade teacher thought I was stupid. She said, I think that Chris needs to redo the third grade. They're not doing great about things XYZ.
What?
And my parents were like, no, that's not correct. And then I got to the fourth grade, and Mr. Swift was like, oh, I think that you're really, really smart, actually.
Yeah.
And like would give me extra stuff to do. And turns out that's all I needed. So like I would finish my work, and then he'd give me extra puzzles to do. He like got me into like the GATE program, gave me a lot of extra responsibilities, which I
What's
really
the GATE
liked.
program?
Gifted and Talented
Excellence.
Yeah. Gifted and Talented E.
The GAT program? Okay, got it.
Yeah. And then like taught me a lot about leadership. He was also the like school advisor for this program called FNL, Friday Night Live, which was Kids Against Drugs and Drinking, which I was, I think, vice president of. I don't think I was president. I think my friend Maria might have been president. But like her and I like took heavy leadership role and like stayed after school and planned the like yearly school carnival, which was actually really fun.
Such responsibility. That's awesome.
Yeah, we planned booths out with games and ticketing systems and prizes. And our other teacher, Miss Fliona's, was a big animal person, so she had like classroom animals and like big ones too, like guinea pigs and stuff like that. But then for the school fair, she would bring in her like bunny rabbits and, if I'm not mistaken, like baby goat. Like it was a whole thing, and it was so fun. And so we got to skip the entire day of school because we were leading it.
Yes.
So Mr. Swift was great. It really set me on a path. Also introduced me to music, and I eventually became a musician. Turns out that this is news from my grandma. We weren't talking about this on Christmas because my grandma had already left. When I told my family that I got O'Mary, my grandma was like, "Did you say Abraham Lincoln? You're doing that again?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "You were Abraham Lincoln in the fourth grade, and you never left the stage." And I was like, "What are you talking about? I don't remember this." She's like, "Yeah, I think about it a lot, actually. That was the first play you ever did." Mr. Swift changed my life.
I'm gagged.
I love him.
Wow.
Yeah, he's dead. And the teacher that I didn't like, I don't even remember her name, but it was my sixth grade history teacher. I just like had a real deep hatred of her. And we were doing a fire drill once, and we were all out on the blacktop, which is famously liquid. And
yes,
I don't know, like we're sixth graders in middle school. It was a 6th, 7th, 8th. So we're primed to be little assholes, you know?
Yeah.
And she was doing, in retrospect, she was doing her job. And she was just probably trying to get us in line. And I was probably being a little shit or whatever. And she had like a rolled up piece of paper, and she like kind of like smacked me like on the shoulder with it to kind of be like, "Hey, get in line," you know, but not like hard or whatever. Girl, the way I cried wolf, I cried real tears. I went to the principal. I said, look at the welts this woman made me.
I'm obsessed with you.
My parents had to come down. The people, like, I don't know, the school county, one of the reps from the school county board came in, and they were like, we all had to have this meeting where I recounted it, full tears again. And I know everyone was like, just let this diva be dramatic. It's fine. Because you know what? Didn't get moved from her. I opted not to be moved from her class. They said,
after all of that,
we can move you to a different teacher. We can. What's the solution here? I was like, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's fine as long as we all know what happened here on this day. I was a little bitch.
I don't know. She should take it to her grave.
Her gin-soaked grave.
Yeah, her vodka-soaked grave.
Yeah.
You don't remember her name?
I don't remember her name, unfortunately.
If you could rename her as anything, what would it be?
Miss Cow Ass. Which brings us to our next segment, 3 Invasive Questions. Woo! This is a segment where we ask each other 3 invasive questions, and we both just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Matthew, I don't know if we've prepared for this because originally we were going to have a guest, and now it's just us.
Now it's just
so we can come up with these on the fly, and I think that what we'll do, because I actually don't think that Finn and I have invasified each other with questions.
You haven't?
No, we've done like the 36 questions.
I love the 36 questions. It's my favorite episodes. I ate that up. I had the biggest smile. I was driving around with the biggest smile on my face listening to that. I love that.
They're fun. They're fun. So we'll go back and forth. We'll ask each other 1 each until we both hit 3.
Okay.
Invasive questions, which is going to be, I think now that we're prepping to go into it, I sense why Finn and I haven't done it. It's because like, babe, what don't I know? Can ask questions you've always, okay. Ooh, let's get. Okay. What? Ooh.
I've got one.
Okay. Go.
I've got
Jesus
one. Okay.
Christ.
So I have awful, terrible news for you, Chris. You're dying today. Today's your last day on Earth. You will die today. And keeping
Where's
that in
the terrible
mind,
news?
Keeping in mind that you're dying on my birthday.
Oh, there we go.
Keeping that in mind, you will get to haunt me for the rest of your afterlife and my life, which is great. But because you will be a ghost perpetually, the clothes that you die in today, when in your gin-soaked grave, that will be your ghost clothes. That's your outfit for all of beyond eternity. So I want to know, if you're going to die today and you knew that, what outfit would you put on? Because that will be your ghost clothes until infinity.
Do I get to ask follow-up questions real quick?
Yeah.
Can I ask like 3 things? Do ghosts feel or care about temperature?
No.
Great. Do other ghosts or other people who are living see me?
Anyone that you choose to be seen by, they will see you. So like if you wanted to show up in my room in the middle of the night, and you would appear, and I'd be like, oh, okay. Or literally anybody. Like anyone you would want to visit. Yeah.
Okay, and do ghosts use the bathroom or?
No, that's gone. That's you don't have to worry about that ever again.
Okay, wait. Second follow. Like, how gone? Do I have organs still?
You're anatomically still correct. You just don't ingest anything, so you don't have to piss anything out.
Okay, I'll tell you my favorite outfit that I in like a really. Well, I almost said something bad. I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
I have an outfit that I'm obsessed with, and it's this green A-line skirt that Finn and I stole from the set of Queer as Folk.
Yes.
That is technically Finn's, but I have decided that it is ours because I physically stole it.
Yep.
Despite the fact that it was their costume, but
yeah,
it's literally neither of ours. It's NBC Peacock's. It's I'm gonna wear that with Doc Martens like combat boots.
Yeah.
Long or mid-length long white socks.
Okay.
Like a Nike swish kind of vibe.
Yeah.
No underwear.
Nope.
And I'm going to wear a white To Exist tank top that is just like a little bit tight but still comfortable. And I am going to wear one of my famous brimless green hats that I love and wear.
Yes.
And I'll also have Finn gifted me this like necklace and earring set that are custom encrusted like prep pills on gold chain.
I love it.
Made by this incredible artist Kingsley, who designed it for Queer as Folk. And I was also hoping to steal that from set, but never got to. So Finn spent a lot of money and got them made for me.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, so I would wear, that would be my outfit.
Well, talk to me about face and hair.
Face, I would just be incredibly moisturized, and I think that I would
Facial
leave
hair?
it at what's that?
Facial hair?
Facial hair. Given the choice, it would be a medium stubble.
Okay. Yeah.
Less than what I have now, for sure.
Yeah.
And then hair.
You're wearing the hat.
Yeah, but if ever I took the hat off, it would be like a shaped up version of what I have now. I like the length of my hair right now.
Work.
I at least on top. I cannot stand how long it is on the sides.
Got it. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. I can't wait for you to die.
Aw.
Aw.
Okay. Invasive question for you.
Okay.
It's your birthday in the year 2026.
Okay.
And on this day, there are 3 funerals happening. And you can only attend one of them.
Okay.
One of them is I'll keep them vague. They'll be concepts, okay?
Okay.
One of them will be a nuclear family member. So that's mom, dad, or brother.
Okay.
One of them is a romantic love of your life, nameless for the sake of this question alone.
Okay.
So romantic love of your life. And the other one is me. Where are you? No, and the other one is like a best friend, a nameless best friend. So they're just these categories. Which one do you go? The family, the romantic love, or the best friend kinship love?
I can only go to one?
You can only make it physically to one.
I feel like the romantic one is out, so that one's voted out. So like I'm down to
a familial and like friendship kinship person. And again, these are not actual people. This is just based on.
It would be the one I wouldn't want to miss is the best friend one. That's the one I would go. That's the one I would go to. And my justification for that came into mind is, it would be lovely to be there because there'd be community, because feasibly my other best friends would be there as well. And if it were a certain nuclear family member, there would be a lot of people there that I don't know super well or much. They're just not in my life very much. And so, and in a way would be a really hard one to go to. So it'd be so hard that I couldn't go to it. And then I'd want to go to my best friend's one, and it would be a celebration of life.
Yeah, I would also find it very difficult to choose, but I would probably end up choosing the same thing.
Yeah.
There's a different kind of soul relationship with the best friends.
Yes. Yes, I feel very like this birthday.
There's also like a need to be there that's calling to me.
Sure.
Like almost like a duty.
Yeah.
In a way that like they're like in family, it feels like, hey, like there's an unspoken, hey, even if I'm not here, I'm here, you know? And like there is, if like my sister had to skip it for my funeral for the same reason, I would like to believe that I'd be like, no, it's okay. You go to your best friend, you know?
Yes. Yes, there is an aspect of that for sure.
And with a lover, I think that they would also understand that there's like a different depth there in needing to be there for like, and having to show up for not just the best friend, but for the other people there.
Yeah. Yeah. There was that one.
Okay.
There was one time when we were at what movie were we seeing? We went to like City Walk, Taco Bell. Was it before Wicked? Yes, before we went to go see Wicked, and we were like went out to eat, and you're like, so what would you do if I died? And like you wanted to know like exactly step by step what would occur and how I would feel about it.
Yeah.
Somehow I love those questions. I don't know. I really like them. I like how we both went to death immediately. It was like invasive questions. So you're dead. Someone you love is dead.
So your ass is in the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're running long on time. So we have next questions.
Okay. Next questions. I'm going to continue with what we've been talking about. So you are a ghost, but there's a doll version being made of your ghost, and it's the same outfit, and it's like, this is the Chris ghost, and you there's a string on your back, and you pull the string, and you have 3 catchphrases that you always say. What are your 3 phrases that are in doll form?
That ain't mine, faggot. Let go of me. That's my purse. Which is a take on Bobby Hill from King of the Hill. And the last one is Happy 9/11.
Yeah.
I have to be less predictable.
What was the first one again?
Predictable.
It was faggot. It was.
I don't remember. I don't remember. My brain moved too fast. It was
Chris. One of yours would be
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a bonus one. Yeah.
Okay. Invasive question for me. Have you ever had a crush on me? Because the basis of Finn and I's relationship is the answer was yes.
Well, yes, of course. I mean, like, I feel like I kind of have a crush on all of my friends in a way. Like, what are we doing if we don't?
Don't devalue the answer.
Okay, so of course I have, and I think I actively do. I have 100 crushes on you. You know, like I have a talent crush on you. You're physically very attractive. How could I not? I don't think that's our. I think there's like an alternate timeline where you and I are in an open relationship of some kind, and we're together, and we have a beautiful, wonderful life. That's more or less this timeline, I guess. But like, I don't think our destiny is just lovers. Do you know what I mean? I think it's you're more than that. But yeah, well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's the catchphrase on the limited edition doll of me.
A higher pitch hee.
Okay, last questions. And sorry, I cut you off. You were going to say something.
Same question.
Oh, yes, and I think very much the same answer.
That works out great.
Yeah, like, I have one huge talent crush on you, first of all. You're just
vice versa.
Easily one of, if not the most talented person I know. It's crazy how prolific you are.
Thank you. I feel the same way about you.
Your talented is not like limited to like self-generation. You also like know how to like make other people shine and bring out that in other people. And I think that's a particular gift. And I think that is really cool.
What a nice thing to say. Thank you.
Yeah. Also, your body be banging, so.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so my third question is, if you could bring any dictator back from the dead right now, could and have to, who would it be and why?
Do you say dead?
Yes.
Okay. Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh.
I mean, he notoriously was rough on his female actors. He ran his sets like a dictatorship. You know what I mean? Like, he was a tyrant and a aggressive, narcissistic leader that ruined people's lives and made some damn great movies. And I'd love to see what he'd do next.
I'd bring back Bonita Mussolini because his cum tastes like fettuccine Alfredo.
The way that is that you were spitting bars for a second. Like, that's
yeah.
You were rapping just now? Like, you actually were. I thought that was
dick like spaghetti, like Bonita Mussolini. Soak up the fettuccine Alfredo. Ooh, panini.
You're spending too much time at the pasta factory, honey.
Hey, do you want to be a gremlin for a second?
Yes.
Okay, let's be bad. Do you want to be really bad and see if with like our last couple minutes here?
Yeah, I want to be really bad.
Okay, Mariah, send down the book. Okay, Matthew, here is the best friend forever manual, where you're familiar with this. We ask everyone to
I didn't forget
to write a never forget.
Yep. Don't forget
to write a rule in here, right?
Yeah.
And I think what we should do is actually fuck one of these rules up.
Okay.
Yeah, let's edit something, okay?
We're being so nasty.
Yeah, we're being so nasty right now, and we'll.
Oh my God, there's so many.
Yeah, I doubt that they'll catch it, but let's see if we can change one of them. Okay, so Matthew, what are we gonna fuck with here?
I have a couple thoughts. I don't know if I should just stream of consciousness, just give you what I'm thinking. We narrow it down. My first thought was 30's got to go. You can't leave. You have to stay. You can't. Leaving is not. You cannot leave. In fact, you are stuck here. Sorry, diva. That's one that I was thinking. Another one I was thinking was, I think seafoam green is the best green is questionable. I'm so sorry to this person, but I was obsessed with this crayon when I was younger that was jungle green, and that color really speaks to me in a way. So seafoam, she's
I like
on
that.
the rocks.
Just like jungle green really speaks to me in a way. Just change it to jungle green really speaks to me in a way. It's so funny.
And there's something better that we can say in the mirror when we wake up instead of "I love you." There's something better there.
Oh yeah,
than I love
yes.
you.
Okay, every morning when you wake up, look in the mirror and say "Elikanamen."
No, and it keeps going. You have to sing the entire. Every morning you wake up, look in the mirror, and sing "No Good Deed" in its entirety.
Every morning you look in the mirror and you sing the entirety of "No Good Deed" from the Act 2 of Wicked, the musical.
And you have to do a different run at the end every single morning. What is this chanting? I don't even know what I'm reading. I don't even know what trick I ought to try. It just drives your neighbors insane. They're like, oh no, Calrin's up. And like they're hearing every morning there's no good deed. Those are my first thoughts. What about you? We're really fucking this whole thing up.
No, I love it. I was like, let's fuck up one, but no, we're gonna fuck up a couple more. Okay, so those were yours.
Yeah.
Number 11. Don't forget parentheses 9/11 style.
Oh my God.
Number 5. Access curiosity and compassion when conflict arises. ... You stupid bitch.
Yes. I feel like I need to put a "taking it to your watery grave" or "gin-soaked grave" in here somewhere.
Oh my God, you're totally right.
I feel like, I don't know if it's "thou shalt," instead of "thou shalt lie," it's like "thou shalt take it to your water." No, there's something better here.
Thou shalt lie in your watery gin-soaked grave, mama.
Yes, okay, there's that.
There we go.
And instead of "pain is a requirement of freedom and freedom is a constant practice," it's "strep-toe is a requirement for freedom and freedom is a constant practice."
Strep-toe is a requirement for freedom.
Yeah.
And freedom is a constant toe.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, I feel good about this. I feel really good about this, and Finn's I don't know that Finn will ever know what we've done here.
I was about to say, I was like, Finn probably will never know, but if she did and she comes back and she's like so confused by like, wait a second, like, because it's not even just one. There's sweet
there's so many
of them.
Okay,
honey, this is one of us 2025. This is how it goes. The rules are constantly changing.
Okay, the one rule that I really do love, though, is that it's a law and punishable by death to give your friend a compliment every time you see them. So I am going to give you a compliment, Matthew.
Okay, great.
Is that I love you to the Earth, the Moon, to the Pluto and Andromeda and beyond. You're truly one of my favorite people. You have a laugh that makes my heart sing. You have a talent that makes my brain swell with pride and envy.
Is someone recording this?
You give me so much joy, and you are. I like regret that it took us 29 plus years to find each other, because I don't really know how I lived my life without you. You're one of the best people I know.
Oh my
You go to so many lengths to be a good friend, and not because you think that you should, but because you want to. And you make me want to be a better person. And I really, really love you.
Oh, Chris, thank you. What a lovely birthday present, actually, to hear that. Thank you. I love you so much. I'm going to listen back to that when I have a cloudy, rainy day and I'm done watching You Can't Scare Me and Go Eat Worms and The Weeping Woman. I was thinking about this coming up and complimenting and such. And it's funny you mentioned my laugh. I was thinking about people's whose opinions I value, and it's a pretty short list, and you might be number one, or you're right at the in fact, I'm struggling to think of someone else, like in any kind of respect where I'm like, would Chris think this is cool? Would Chris think this is funny? Would Chris approve of this kind of thing? And a lot of our friendship is me like texting you for advice / kind of asking for your approval for things. Speaking of that, specifically, I love your laughs, and you have a few, and there's one laugh in particular that you do that I've only heard / seen probably, I can think of 2 times off the top of my head, but like it's like happens like once a year. And it's like when you laugh really, really hard and you kind of cry a little bit and you make this face that you don't normally make, and it's like you can't breathe, you're laughing so hard. And when I'm on the receiving end of that, and when I know that I've elicited that laugh, I feel like the most powerful person in the history of the galaxy to like get you to achieve that like euphoria. And it's this thrill that I like. One of the things that I chase in our relationship is that like the opportunity to get to make you laugh like that again at some point. And I can't think about it too much. It just has to happen. But when it does happen, it like fuels me for the next year, because I'm like, yeah, I did it. I got that secret laugh. I got the secret Chris laugh. I'm not even sure you're aware of it. And I hesitate in pointing it out to you when it does happen again, because I feel like it's something that is for all of your friends, but it kind of feels like it's just for me. And I remember the first time I saw it / heard it, and it was one of the greatest moments of the, I remember specifically what I said and where it was, and I'll never tell you what it is, what I said and when it happened. On my deathbed, I'll tell you, but like that the pursuing of your approvals through your secret laugh is one of my sweetest honey dipped gifts in life, particularly in our friendship.
I love to know that. That makes me feel really, really sweet.
Yeah. I said something really, really cannot say it in public or on.
Oh no!
No. But I said what needed to be said to elicit the laugh, and I have no regrets. What it is, you'll never know. Text
it to me.
Maybe. Okay. On your birthday in a couple of weeks, I'll let you know what it is.
Okay, deal.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, finally, something to look forward to.
Yeah, right. You've had the best year of all of our lives combined. Like you texted the other day and you were like, my train got stuck on a thing, and I was like, yeah, it's about time something bad happens to you, motherfucker. I was gonna be like, yeah, join the rest of us. Our train's been stuck all day, every day for the last 6 weeks.
That was really an insane day. My train got stuck as soon as it left the station, and I just received like weird news, and I was just like, this is funny.
Yeah.
This
also,
is silly.
like you texted that, and then like we didn't text after that for a bit, and the next day I was like, any update? And you were like, I made it. And I was like, oh, we've just been waiting to like, because you're like, my train broke down or whatever on the way to work, and we're like, you still there? You underground? Yeah.
Yeah, I literally I like sprinted from downtown to my theater and made it 5 minutes before the curtain went up.
That's New York, honey.
Yeah.
She's not going to change for anybody.
I love you so fucking much.
Right back at you.
Thank you for spending your birthday with me today.
My ultimate pleasure. What a gift. Thank you I'm honored to be, second in command here.
Speaking of which, do you know how I get back to the ship?
Oh, yeah.
I think it might be time for me to make the long journey in tonight.
Yeah. Okay. So what you have to do, it's really simple though. I have this big green bottle of water that I have here, and I'm going to need you. Inside the water is a special compound. And what's going to happen is you need to drink the entire bottle of water. Drink the whole thing. I know it's slightly green. Don't be too. Trust me, it's fine. After you drink the entire bottle of water, you're gonna jump into my hands. Like you're gonna I'm gonna put my palms out, and you're gonna stand on my palms. I'm very strong, you know this. So you're gonna stand there. Yes, and you're gonna stand there, and it'll take like 20 minutes or so once the water passes through your system. You're presumably wearing a skirt with no underwear, which is what we want. And so like you're standing there, and once the compound water passes through your system, you're going to piss so strongly and so hard it will jettison you out of, and I'll help lift you. I'll spot you, lift you up my hands, and you will, the stream of piss, it'll be neon green piss, but it's vitamin piss, so it's good. It'll splash me in piss, but it'll be worth it. You will be flying through the air, and you will go back up to the ship because of this compound that I've made here in this hay field. Okay. That's all you need to do. You just gotta drink it all, wait a second, I'll help, and you'll be back up there with Finn before you even know it.
Okay, and just for clarification, is it, when you're talking about this green water ball, are you talking about this tiny little one that looks very easy to do, or are you talking about this other one to our right that looks to be about the size of 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools?
Oh, it's the big one. You have to drink all of it.
Got it. So this is going to take me at least a full week to drink.
Yeah. I mean, if it didn't take me that long when I had to do it, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I better start now.
Yeah, I'll just be here with my hands out.
Matthew, where can people find you, and do you want where can they look for you in the universe?
For now, social media. I am still pretty active on Instagram, all things I actually still enjoy Instagram, all things considered. My Instagram is at Matthew_Scott_Montgomery. I'm still on TikTok, Matthew Scott Montgomery. And if life goes according to plan, which it always does, people are always asking me, like, when can I see you perform next, or where, what are you in next? If things line up the way they're supposed to, this year will be a way of, you won't be able to avoid my face. So hopefully there'll be a lot of those. I'm also performing with Finn at the Elysian Theater on February 27th in LA and the award goes to, and I'll be giving an Oscar speech on stage. And after that, you will be able to catch me on stage and on a screen somewhere later this year. I promise. I know I keep saying that, but check my Instagram and I'll be obnoxious about it when the time is right and I can speak about it.
Yay. Yeah. I'm excited for all the news to be able to come out. And you can catch me in O'Mary until April 6th at the Lyceum Theater in New York City.
Run. Do not miss it.
New Mary, Titus Burgess, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I better start drinking all of this goo water. I'm sure that Finn misses me a lot right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure that she's really sad that I'm not there. So
yeah.
Bye everyone.
Bye. Okay, drink up, Chris. Mwah. Drink up.
If you are hungry for more One of Us, you can follow us at oneofus.pod.
One of Us is hosted and produced by us, Chris Renfro and Finn Argus.
It is also produced by Erica Ghetto and Mariah Gossett.
Our theme song was co-produced by Finn Argus and actual rocket scientist Bren Chamberlain Simon, with sound design by Mariah Gossett.
See you next week.
Don't forget,